Lou here. If you're new here, I love rhythm games. Project Diva, Persona Dancing, and more are games I love playing for fun. Today, I thought it'd be fun to review an adorable indie rhythm game inspired by a PS1 classic. Today, let's check out Scratchin Melodii. Scratchin Melodii is currently a demo, but it's a game created by artist, animator, and game dev LephemStar around August of 2021 and seems to be nearly done with development if the hidden song list and plot progression is anything to go by. The game itself has been steadily getting popular, specifically the song Stir and Mix with Cyberdiva blew the fuck up online for being an adorable song. That's right, almost forgot to mention, but nearly all the vocals in this game are done by Vocaloid voice banks. Since McWave's voice is done with a text-to-speech program in FL Studio, and Nami's the only character voiced by a real person in the game. Tuning was originally done by LJ, which left a lot to be desired, but currently Mia, or 2Kata, does all the tuning for the Vocaloids in the game. I highly recommend listening to their covers, by the way, especially their work with Rin, because Mia is just a fantastic Vocaloid artist who I've spoken to once or twice on Twitter. The story isn't really anything super expensive in this game since the focus is so heavy on the music, but it is genuinely really funny and the dialogue is hilarious in some areas. The story is about a kid named Melody who got in trouble for graffiti, so they're stuck with community service, so they have to go around helping or hanging out with the people in their neighborhood. Which is why this review doesn't have a story section, but anyway, let's talk about the gameplay though. Okay, so I should start by mentioning that this game is heavily inspired by the PS1 classic Parappa the Rappa. It's a PS1 game along with other games like Final Fantasy VII, Spyro, Silent Hill, and Crash Bandicoot, which isn't the first indie game inspired by Parappa the Rappa, since Friday Night Funkin' also takes heavy inspiration from its gameplay structure, but its style is more based off DDR by using the directional keys. While Scratchin Melodii takes a more direct influence instead of an inspired one by having the player mimic and freestyle the song, trust me, it's really fun, but man, I am bad at this kind of rhythm game. Then again, I guess it doesn't help that I've never played Parappa, so I kind of underestimated my own skill in a game like this. This sounds really stupid to say, but the music videos are so well made and adorable that it was actually a major distraction for me while playing, which is super weird for me when Project Diva or Persona never really caused this kind of issue for me no matter how good the video is, but I guess because the game is so colorful and bouncy, your eyes just want to wander to the lively animation. That's not even a criticism either, just a massive praising of both the art style and animation. The one thing I do criticize though is just that the overworld, if you're going to do the story mode, feels barren to the point where controlling melody and going from place to place feels almost pointless, that I think just a cutscene of them walking would have been better. I think it'd be good to have something for Melody to do during these walks from A to B. I know story-wise they can't do graffiti anymore, but maybe something like placing a sticker somewhere as an optional thing, or more NPCs to talk to. It's just that the overworld feels largely empty, aside from a few funny NPC dialogue, so it'd be nice to have something to fill up that empty space a little. Not that I'm saying this game needs open world exploration, because obviously it doesn't, just something to justify walking Melody to the next track without a big empty space between. Other than those light criticisms, I genuinely think the gameplay is fun and addictive. I'm just very bad at it. Guys, the music is so good! Obviously it is, because music has to be good in a rhythm game, because if a song sucks, then how are you gonna keep up with the flow of the rhythm? When you love a song or find a song to be really catchy, trust me that following the rhythm comes super easy. In this case, the music here is gold. The music is like a harmonious mix of a bunch of different genres, which is super appreciated here because not all rhythm games are like Project Diva, where you can have Miku doing a hard rock song and then a cutesy dreamy musical number in the same game, you know? Each song changing up the genre is really smart, and it loops back to the gameplay, keeping you on your toes if you don't know what song is coming up next if you're playing completely blind. From lo-fi to cutesy pop to whatever the fuck you call that sound that brings you back to Windows XP era or whatever, each song is very unique, and honestly, all of them are very good. My personal favorites were Stir and Mix and Sidechain Fever. I'm not kidding that I've been singing them all week, and Gumi is just a blessing in Sidechain Fever. I legit have no idea how her V3 voice bank is working so well, because from personal experience she can be kinda choppy, but damn, 2Kda nailed it with the tuning. As I said earlier, Nami is voiced by a human singer, and Since McWave is voiced by text-to-speech software, but the rest is all voiced by Vocaloid. Melody is voiced by the Vocaloid 5 voice bank Chris, which is kind of funny to me because I remember in my Vocaloid 5 review, I criticized Chris for being too high-pitched, and seeing someone so easily make Chris a child just kind of fits my point. Still, a really well done pitch bend for Chris. I almost didn't recognize it was his voice. Cinnabe is voiced by Amy, who I always thought was a really underrated Vocaloid 5 voice bank anyway, so I love seeing her prove her versatility and capabilities since most people just kind of give up and stick to jazz with Amy. Can I just say though, I love Cinnabe's design too. I think she is just precious, and her hair being cinnamon buns is just the cutest thing ever. Biggie Cheesecake is voiced by my man, Cybersongman, and I am so happy he is because I love when people use Cybersongman, not just in the lower range, but attempt to rap with him, because I think when you do it right, he genuinely does sound amazing, as shown in Cream Cheese Icing. Jam Time is voiced by my girl, Cyberdiva, and I am blown away at how expressive 2Kda makes her sound. As someone who has tried for years to make Cyberdiva expressive in Lady Gaga covers, I really gotta take notes because damn. Also, it kind of loops back around to something I always say when criticizing Cyberdiva, and that she can sound so flat that sometimes it sounds like she's talking more than singing, like Big Al does, and it's really funny that she has the most believable talking segments in Stir and Mix and Superstar Tennis. Rensa is voiced by Gumi's Vocaloid 3 voice bank. A lot of people keep saying this is her Synthesizer V voice bank because of the expression and smooth transition, or her Vocaloid 6 voice bank, but nope, this is just a really well-made song with her Vocaloid 3 voice bank, which is a shocker to me. If there's ever an update of Sidechain Fever with her Synthesizer V voice bank, I think we all need to go running for the hills because she will eat and literally leave no crumbs behind. Overall though, I think the Vocaloids to the songs is just wonderful, and I love seeing a video game of all things use Vocaloid, and it just really shows what Vocaloid is capable of more than just weeb shit, and I love that so much. The music is fantastic, and I really love that this game uses underrated English voice banks because it's nice to see English voice banks get their love too. This game is absolutely fantastic, and I highly recommend both playing it and supporting the creator if you can. Unlike a lot of indie game devs that make a sensation that goes nowhere, Scratchin Melodii has a really supportive team behind it with a lot of love for video games, specifically Sega games, put into it, and it just really feels like a love letter to the music of some of the most iconic video games ever made. Down below in the description will be the link to Scratchin Melodii's itch.io page, so feel free to check it out. That'll be it for my review, guys. What do you think of this game? Are you gonna play it? As always, let me know down below. Hey guys, thanks for watching! If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. If any of you would like to help support my channel in any possible way, my Ko-fi page is down below in the description, along with all of my social media. For any subscribers, new or old, who'd like to help with video ideas, or maybe just want to talk about anime or something, I have a fan server linked down below. See you next time!